and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while. So this is my very first video of 2022. So I'm excited to be here. And part of why I haven't been here in a little while is that our family finally succumbed to the big C. Yeah, so we have been in quarantine. Kitty wants to say hey again. He's always coming to make a debut in my videos. But anyway, we're finally on the up and up. I'm finally back to where I can talk again. But anyway, I did make time to do my vision board. And so that's what today's topic is about. Sharing my own vision board, maybe kind of helping you think about your goals, making your own vision board, and kind of sharing my general thoughts about how our vision and our imagination create. So kind of give you a kick in the ass that you might need. And also, again, like I said, just wanted to share my general plans for my channel and my blogs and my businesses. So let's get started. All right, guys, so getting started, this is my vision board for 2020. 2020, we're not in 2020 anymore, but it kind of feels like we're in 2020. I don't know about y'all. The last couple weeks here has definitely felt like 2020 for our family. 2022 is what I meant. But I don't know if you guys have seen that meme floating around where they're like, oh, when you realize that it's 2022, like also, yeah, anyway, 2022 vision. It may be starting off a little rough, but we're going to hit the ground running and we're going to do this. So this is my little vision board. So what I did was I went to Canva. It is a graphic website. I pretty much do most of my blogging, advertising, all of that using that graphic software called Canva. www.canva.com, I believe is what it is. And you can get a lot of templates to do just about anything. You can also find photo stock there. Some things you have to pay for and some things you don't. I just looked up and did a search for vision boards on Canva, and this like exact template came up. I just like the look of it because it just kind of put everything together, and it says down here 2022 vision board. Theirs may have said vision board and I just changed it. So what I did was I took pictures that represent my goals so that when I look at it, it will instantly flag in my mind and my subconscious, oh yes, this is what I'm working towards. This is what I want in 2022. These are my visions. So I'll walk you through all of them, but just in case you've never made a vision board of your own, I'm just kind of explaining how it works. Why do I think a vision board is so important? I've actually talked about this before in a previous video, and I can't remember where I flag it. I think I can link this for you either here or here. So it's going to happen wherever I'm pointing my finger on one of these sides of the screen, and I don't remember which side it goes on. But anyway, so you can check that out. That's just kind of my general vision board overall for like my life. So today's episode is kind of a little bit more on 2022 specifically. But in that other video, I talked a lot about, I actually went into a concept I call law of assumption, and it's based on the teachings of Neville Goddard. There's a lot of different teachings out there, different ideas on what's called manifesting. I'm a big believer in manifesting. It's something I've only discovered in the last few years, but it has been truly life-changing. And it's just the general concept of what you focus on is going to manifest in your life. So if you're dwelling on a lot of negative things, what do you think is going to unfold? So I don't want to say it's all about thinking positive, happy thoughts, but a lot of it is, it's really retraining our brain and sticking to a mental diet that really illustrates for us the life that we really want. So, I don't want to sit around and focus on the fact that I just had COVID. I'm not going to keep thinking about that. I'm going to be thinking about, what do I want? What do I want for 2022? And I'm just going to continue keeping my mind and my brain trained on those elements. And so one thing that I do is I'm very big on this, making a vision board. I'm going to have this up here on my vanity that I look at every day. I've got another copy downstairs at my desk where I work. I actually have this on my phone on the screensaver. I mean, on the wallpaper background. I have this picture as my lock screen. Because it's probably it's just so beautiful. I love to look at it, but I'll explain what this is in a little while. So anyway, I put this everywhere that I can as just constant daily reminders all day long. Now on my phone screen, I actually have the words, "Your thoughts create," at the bottom. This just reminds me whenever I start to get into that negative cycle and I'm discouraged by things that are happening in my day, and it's like, ugh, really, why am I doing this hard work? It doesn't seem like it's going everywhere. I mean, we all have those days. We all have days where we're discouraged, where we want to give up. We doubt ourselves, and that just serves as my little reminder on those days. Nah, you got this. You keep going. And I completely ignore. I don't care how shitty my day was. A lot of times I just tell myself, nah, fake news. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. This is happening. And this is how I have seen so much movement in my life. So we're going to get into what is my dream board now. But I did just want to kind of give you that little piece of motivation. I also would love to share some of my favorite channels with you guys that I listen to on manifesting if you're interested in more of this concept. There's a lot of studies out there about the power of the subconscious mind, meditation, listening to tapes at night, and affirmations that are just really seeping into your brain, that are just retraining your brain. And there's just so much power in that. And to be honest, a lot of therapy today, cognitive behavior therapy, all of these things is based on some of these practices as well. So a lot of science behind it. I'm not just making this stuff up out of nowhere. But anyway, enough rambling about that. I may put some resources down below of just some of my favorite channels. If you're interested, I also have a playlist, okay, on my channel, so check it out. It's actually titled, I believe it's self-love, empowerment, something along those lines, but it does have some of my favorite channels on there and affirmation tapes that I listen to that really help me. So peek around there and check it all out. Hopefully that will help you too, because this is one of my big passions as well on my channel. And I'm sorry I sound a little hoarse still, because I am still recovering from COVID. Okay, so here is my vision board. We're going to walk through it. This is my goals for 2022, and maybe this will inspire you as well. Okay, so the number one thing that I did this last year in my overall goals was I started my professional makeup practice, and I have several videos on here just where I was getting started, so you can check all of those out. Again, I don't know where I'm linking them. I'm going to try to link them either here or here. But you can check out several of those where I vlogged and talked about my practice. I gave you a tour of my makeup kit, all these fun things. But basically, this is what happened in 2021. It was a very exciting year for me. So one of my big goals is to continue to perfect my makeup skills, just to become the best artist I can be, because I did a lot of training this last year, but my skills are still new. And so I just want to get to where I'm just perfect and really perfecting it, and just an amazing makeup artist that I can be the best I can be for my clients. So that's probably one of my top goals for the year, is just becoming an amazing makeup artist. And along those lines, this picture represents weddings, and this is all the weddings that I want to have booked for the year. I've already got 2 booked so far, and 3 more inquiries that I'm working on the contracts for. So I'm really excited. It's already off to a great start. But my goal is to have just, I don't want to say all my weekends packed, because I would like some vacations in there and some family time. Gotta have some weekends free to do things with friends, right? But I'd like to have almost all of my weekends booked with weddings, especially weddings. Weddings are my favorite. First of all, they are just, I'm a romantic, so I love weddings. But it's also, I mean, I will be honest, it's very lucrative in the makeup business because you're doing a full wedding party, a group of, you know, on average, I've done 4 to 5 girls a pop. So as opposed to like one client at a time. So it's really great to be involved in weddings. So anyway, that is a goal, is to have a full calendar of bookings for the year. So those are kind of my top goals. So I'm also, you know, an influencer. And so the last 2 years really has been all about growing my Instagram page. And I really met a huge goal this last year too. It was a big year, 2021. So I'm like, am I going to top this 2022? So last year I hit 10K, which was my huge goal for Instagram. I became monetized on Instagram, which means that I can basically get paid by Instagram for some of my video content, lives, reels, that kind of thing. But then in addition to that, I've also worked with a lot of brands. And so I've been able to make money through affiliate marketing as well as sponsorships, that kind of work. And so I've started, you know, making money by having my huge Instagram page, which has been a dream. Huge goal reached. So excited. So now I'm reaching for the stars and I'm ready to hit TikTok and YouTube. So YouTube, I'm coming for you. TikTok, coming for you as well. So basically, I just really want to expand everywhere on all social media platforms, but I especially would like to move towards monetizing YouTube. My biggest struggle, and I really shouldn't talk about my struggles. We're not going to talk about our limitations, but time management, just having the time. It takes a lot of consistency, especially here on YouTube, making videos, editing them. So I'm hoping that as I am growing in some of these other areas that I might be able to look into hiring an assistant and help to finally start helping me with my time management. So we're going to see how I can do this all. But 2022, like I said, I'm coming for you. We're going to do this. So anyway, TikTok and YouTube are my next projects as well. So these together feed into this, which is money. So really just wanting to expand the money. At the moment, you know, where I'm at, my money definitely increased and went up this last year, which, to be honest, I started off at 0. And so it was like you could only go up from there, right? But it's still, I wouldn't say a full-time income. So my goal for 2022 is to be able to make a full-time income off of these projects. I want to be there. I want to be independent. I want to be boss babe bitch. So, big goal. As the money flows, that leads into, look at that fancy house, apartment, condo, what have you. Y'all, I want that. I want that marble. I want that chandelier. This is totally like my style these days. I want that modern, sleek. I want like the condo on the beach. So if that does not happen this year, there are some home remodeling projects and just things where I really want to like redo and make it my style, and move towards that. Next thing that money will do for me as well is travel. So definitely want to do more traveling. I love to travel. And one of the things that I love to do on this channel is do travel vlogs. And I've done a few of them as I've just gone on vacation with my family or friends. Most of it has been here in Florida around like the beach, because I am very blessed that I live in Florida. And so there's so many things to do here. And, you know, we have Disney and all the theme parks. We're close to like Atlanta. I did do an Atlanta trip as well. I've done a Great Wolf Lodge trip that was close to Atlanta. And we have beaches everywhere around us. So like we're always going to the beach somewhere. So I've done some vlogging, and that is one of my favorite things to do. So I really want to expand and do a lot more travel vlogging. I'd love to get paid to do some travel vlogging, but you know, I know that travel is not my niche. Beauty is primarily my niche, but That is one thing I love. I want to see the world. I want to go everywhere. I have so many things on my list, including this represents basically the UK. I would love to go everywhere in the UK. That's probably one of my number one priorities. I love anything tropical and island, but UK. Now I'm kind of feeling Italy too. Like I need to go to Italy. But yeah, I have a dream right there on the cliffs. This is in England. That's on the cliffs of England. Yep. That's just part of my dream there. So all of this kind of fitting together. Okay, this is actually my family who these days they really don't like to be on my public blogs and pictures of them out there. But this is the back of them, so hopefully they won't mind. So this is just a picture of us walking around at Christmas. This is my kids. And so, you know, just big goals is for my kids to be successful, happy, and healthy. We've had a lot of struggles. So one thing I have blogged about here a long time ago on this channel is parenting disabilities. I manage probably 7 different diagnoses between my 2 kids. A lot of challenges, but one of the reasons why I have gotten away from vlogging parenting disabilities is just because, you know, I don't want to be putting my family's business all out there anymore. They've gotten older. They don't want their business out there. So I won't get into the details, but a huge goal and number one priority on my heart is just the best for my kids. So this is basically represents my family. And then the last thing on here, this kind of represents several things for me. I will say it's probably a little more personal, so I'm probably not going to share it. Just know it's, when I see it, it's like maybe 3 or 4 things to me. Very magical for me though, but it's kind of a spiritual as well as has a deadline attached, as well as a location, as well as people. So yeah, anyway, that's just another one that's like a very big personal goal. So that is my vision board. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little idea, if you want to plan one as well, how a picture can just represent so many things. It evokes emotions for you. One of the things I really love to do with like manifesting, I listen to a lady named Abraham Hicks, if you've ever heard of her, and she just talks a lot about like getting into the vortex, which is just your feeling state of like, how would you feel if your dreams came true? And describing some of the adjectives and the feelings behind those things, and you can just get lost in this whole fantasy and imagination, and it just feels wonderful. And that is where you create from. That is where you create your life. And so I really like to kind of think about like the adjectives, you know, how does my makeup practice make me feel? It makes me feel a purpose, an accomplishment. It makes me feel creative and an outlet. It makes me feel amazing to be able to make over other girls and guys. I mean, you know, other people who want to feel beautiful. And, you know, how would money make me feel? Well, how does it make anybody feel? Money would make me feel very free to pursue my dreams, my hopes, my creativity without feeling locked down by, okay, I got to pay my bills. So I have to do all the things I don't want to do. Money gives you the ability to do all these other wonderful things that make you feel amazing too. So I really like to come up with pictures that represent those feelings and really evoke those feelings for me. Get me into that vortex. So that's another little tip when doing your vision board. Okay, so how it relates to just my plans for the channel and my blogs and everything. One thing that I really want to be changing this year in 2022 as opposed to other years is that, first of all, I'd like to be more consistent. Maybe after COVID's over, I can be a little more consistent. But the other thing is that in the past, I had, you know, I've worked so much with other brands, which has been wonderful, but I've had to spend all my time doing that I have not had time to really focus on my own brand and my own work in my own business. So one thing I want to do in 2022 is for my blogs and my channel here to really represent me a lot more and my own thoughts and my own work. I still would love to work with brands. I might be backing off a little bit, really getting, I don't want to say choosy, but make my blogs and all a lot more about serving my clients and, you know, representing, I don't know, my own skills, my tips for other people. One of the passions I really have is to be able to do a lot more tutorials, give extra tips, some just honest reviews based on like my own purchases and my own, you know, my tried and true things that I love, things that I can really share as a professional makeup artist, and just be a lot more helpful in serving my audience. So that is kind of my vision for this channel and for my blogs. So you might see a slight content change that'll be more supporting those ideas. I think that is about everything. Another thing I really want to do, I did one more thing I'll mention, is I am looking to maybe do a more consistent live schedule, and especially at the moment looking into that on Instagram and TikTok. So I'll probably be announcing a set schedule where I have a certain day of the week and day and time of the week that I go live on Instagram, and a certain day and time of the week I go live on TikTok. And a lot of those are going to be makeup looks or tips or something, maybe an unboxing or product review here and there, but in general, I'm hoping to do a lot more makeup artist tips, that kind of thing. So I think that was everything. And so I hope that 2020, why do I keep saying the wrong year? 2022 is your best year yet. And I hope that you can come up with your own vision board and have some amazing dreams and amazing goals, and that it all comes true for you. So that wraps it up. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Check out the social media that I mentioned, some other videos. Like I said, check out my playlist, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.